Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Group Number 1's presentation on the topic of Halal Consumerism and its future perspective. In today's video, we will learn about the Halal Consumerism and its future perspective related to the industry of food and beverages, cosmetics, modest fashion and pharmaceutical. What brings the definition on halal consumerism? The wholesomeness of the concept of halal should not only appear in the aspect of manufacturing and production, but also embraced by consumers and reflected in their consumption acts and practices. First, we will look at the halal consumerism and its future perspective that relate to the food and beverages scheme. Based on the Malaysian Standard 1500/2019, halal means allowed or permissible by the Sharia law. The definition of the food products and beverages. Food products and beverages mean products made or produced for human use. Fruits or goods are described as halal or described in any other expression to indicate that the food or goods can be consumed or used by a Muslim. Such expression means that the food or goods does not contain any part of a human being or its yield, not poisonous or hazardous to health, all the process flow does not contaminated with najis, does not contain anything which is impure najis according to Sharia law and fatwa, does not intoxicate, and neither is nor consists of or contains any part of matter of an animal that is prohibited by Sharia law. Now, we will look at the data of the industry based on State of the Global Islamic Economy Report 2022. The data on the industry has represented views on different perspectives. Halal food supply chain, as we know, has been jolted by COVID-19 pandemic and has caused food supply disruptions. Food security, on the other hand, has become a headline across the media, especially on halal food importing markets that has been compounded by extreme weather events. OIC has been proactive by identifying 16 food security programs together with Islamic Organization for Food Security, such as the Islamic Food Processing Association and a Grain Fund. The technology is also being harnessed from the aspect of traceability and logistics, such as the creation of satellite monitoring of crops. Food tech has also attracted significant attention, which Nigeria has launching their first climate smart farming and Dubai has launched their food tech valley, which is specialized on hosting a farming R&D facility. The regulations also has become tighter and more stringent on food supply chain. In 2014, a F&B company, Mondelez Malaysia, was entangled with controversy after the Health Ministry of Malaysia declared they detected traces of pig DNA in one of the dairy milk chocolate products. Therefore, which type of consumerism that relates to the food and beverages scheme? Halal consumerism. Halal consumerism is more specific throughout the halal ecosystem that it indicates industry player which manufacturer and producer take place, where they must fulfill conditions and requirements set out by the Islamic law and also embrace the Muslim consumers' purchase and use behaviors which need to be in line with the principles laid out by the Sharia. How is it that halal consumerism can be related with the issue? Customer has raised their awareness on the pesan content that is not permissible according to Sharia law and halal standard. Manufacturer has learned that they need to realign communication between government and authorities related to halal standard. Authorities on the other side have realized that anything that related to halal must be conjuncted with specific agency, such as JAKIM. In halal consumerism, its principles do not only focus on the processing itself, but also on the attitudes of authorities, manufacturers, and consumers. Calmness should be practiced to avoid similar disputes from happening. This is because if this dispute repeats, it will plant a seed of doubt about Malaysia's competencies in handling halal sectors. Thus, the government need to set up a site so that the businesses may complain for any dissatisfaction in the future. And to ensure the development of this industry in the future, the authority must know their limit and not act beyond their power. For example, in this controversy, Cadbury Malaysia had reason to doubt the authenticity of the leaked report. The food and beverages sector is significant for halal industry as it is not only cater the consumer needs but also the authority and manufacturers. Thus, it is essential to safeguard the halal standard as its correspondence with humans. The authority must take precautious steps in handling any issues related to halal in the future. Moving on to halal cosmetics. Definition of cosmetics: any substance or preparation intended to be placed in contact with various external parts of the human body, including epidermis, hair systems, nails, nibs, and external genital organs, or with the teeth and the mucous membranes of the oral cavity with a view exclusively or mainly to cleaning them, perfuming them, changing their appearance, or correcting body odors, protecting them, or keeping them in a good condition. Data on the cosmetic industry. 13 billion of cosmetic has been imported by OIC countries during the year of 2020, and during the year of 2020 to 2021, 20.3 million in halal-related cosmetics has been invested. The latest projections, Muslim spend on cosmetics increased by 6.8 billion to $70 billion in 2021 from $65 billion in 2020, with India, Indonesia, and Bangladesh ranked as the top 3 countries. Issue in halal cosmetics: presence of harmful substance in cosmetic ingredients. Example of substances: mercury, hydroquinone, tretinoin, and betamethasone 17 valerate. Examples: the local products that contain these substances is Deja Cosmetics Laika Cream and Kizige Age Locking Recharging Spot EM Cream that contains mercury. Effects of these substances. According to the Health DG, mercury can cause severe side effects including skin irritation, kidney damage, and disruptions to brain development in children. Types of consumerism related to cosmetics. Definition: according to Cambridge Dictionary, conscious consumerism is a movement that focuses on positive decisions throughout the buying process. How can we practice conscious consumerism in relates to the halal cosmetic issue? In conjunction with the advancement of technology, consumers can optimize the use of social media. For example, they can share if they found any harmful products to the other people, so they can practice conscious consumerism as well. Next, onto the halal pharmaceutical. Definition of the pharmaceutical. Halal pharmaceutical means medicine or drug, consumer healthcare products or health supplements, including traditional medicine registered with the Ministry of Health. It contains ingredients permitted under the Sharia law and produced under the Sharia law and fatwa as well. The data on halal pharmaceutical industry. Driven by need for halal ingredients in medicine, major global pharmaceutical companies like Merck, Pfizer, and GlaxoSmithKline are already engaged in halal certification of their medicines marketed to Muslims globally. Top countries with Muslim consumers' pharmaceutical expenditure are Turkey with 10.4 billion, Saudi Arabia with 5.2 billion, Indonesia with 5 billion, and Iran 3.7 billion, and United States for 3.6 billion. This shows that the pharmaceutical market plays a key role in how people get medications and what people pay for medication. Among the issues related to the pharmaceutical industry are cybersecurity. Due to the ongoing digital transformation in the pharmaceutical industry, more data has to be collected and managed online, which makes the industry exposed to cyber attacks. Environment pollution. The negative impact of the pharmaceutical industry on the environment is one more serious challenge. Pollution caused by pharmaceutical plants affects organisms living nearby because water and soil become contaminated with chemical substances. Non-availability of modern technology. This industry lacks modern machinery. This makes it rather outdated and dull as customers are always searching for new and improved healthcare materials. Not to mention with modern tech support, the production could be a lot faster. The type of consumerism and its relation to the industry. The type of consumerism of pharmaceutical industry is environmental sustainability. As resource consumption grows, several industries, including the pharmaceutical industry, are under pressure to implement sustainable practices. The need to implement sustainability in the pharmaceutical has gained traction in recent times as the industry produces a significant amount of waste and greenhouse gases apart from utilizing huge volumes of water. By improving production processes and optimizing supply chains, the industry can not only enhance value but also ensure environmental sustainability. How is it that environmental sustainability consumerism can help solving the issue? Regarding this issue, halal pharmaceuticals carry a more encompassing and holistic virtue of a pharmaceutical or medicine. Halal pharmaceuticals in Malaysia are steadily progressing. To ensure the continuity and sustainability of this halal pharmaceutical industry, continuous and concerted efforts from all stakeholders are necessary. Awareness and practice on halal pharmaceuticals shall be inculcated since primary schools with a more cohesive program involving relevant stakeholders. The Ministry of Health, agencies such as the regulator and PRA and the users, hospitals, shall continue to advocate and prioritize the use of halal and control the use of non-halal pharmaceuticals in any sector. Lastly, the Modus fashion industry. According to Modus fashion, the phrase Modus fashion denotes garments that cover instead of distinguish the features of the human body, or a fashion trend in women of wearing light skin revealing garments, particularly in a way that fits their religious and style criteria for grounds of belief, religion, or personal taste. In the year of 2021, Muslim spending in modest fashion was 295 billion and is expected to hit 375 billion by the year of 2025 based on Dina standards. Unfortunately, because of fast fashion, the apparel business generates 20% of all industrial waste, according to Salaam Gateway. However, we have consumers that are gradually getting interested in environmental consumerism, where they becoming more aware of the environment and the negative effects of their consumption habits on it. It is the fundamental leading factor behind the industry's change, influencing everything from the manufacturing process to changes in environmental protection regulations. It is a significant effort to minimize environmental pollution by reducing needless waste, such as textile waste in the fashion industry. Dina Standards has mentioned, due to the greater demand by consumers for sustainability, businesses should actively implement sustainable and ethical practices such as using eco-friendly raw materials or technology. Sustainable practices have become the standard, and the costs associated with such activities are prices consumers are ready to pay. Besides, the industry's major role in catering demand of Muslim women who cover the modest fashion industry can have a significant impact on the industry's ethics and sustainability because of the Islamic values that we hold. As for the conclusion, in this video, we have learned about halal consumerism and its future perspective related to the industries mentioned, on its definition, data on the industry, related issue, type of consumerism, and also how it helps to propose a future solution. We hope this can give new insight to the audiences and give exposure about halal consumerism and its application in halal chain industry. And that will be all. Thanks for watching.